My name's Charles OGBONNAYA. I am a native of Basoba in a Farati Big of OGBONNAYA North Local Government, Abia State. Well, you call it champion, I don't know, but to the glory of God, I survived COVID-19. Well, first of all, I noticed I was having fever. I'm always conscious of my health. When I noticed I was having fever, I invited the lab at Mikio Medical Center. So they came and took my sample. 2 days after, they said I had malaria and typhoid, and then the doctor started treating me malaria. He started by using chloroquine and other medicine that he prescribed. So after 6 days of treatment, I discovered that no, this thing is has gone out of hand. Can it still be malaria that usually I treat within a period of 3 days and it will go, but this one has persistently continued. So I called my son, who immediately called the CMD at the FMC. He sent somebody here, the member of the NCDC. They took a sample of the way they do their testing, and so luckily for me, 3 days after, he said the result is out, or was out, and that I tested positive, that I had COVID. Immediately, I never wasted time. He sent a vehicle who came and evacuated me from here and took me to FMC, their isolation center. That was a Tuesday that last week. So I was there, and they started bombarding me with drugs, morning, afternoon, and night. Morning, afternoon, and night. I stayed for 5 days. Definitely, with the information going around, COVID, to some people, is a death sentence. And I was afraid, understanding that since 2008, I've been diabetic patient, I've been hypertensive, and once you have this underlying ailments that you are likely to die. I was afraid I was going to die. And when I started recovering, I was even laughing. People would look at me, and so I just want to give God the glory, and the medical practitioners, all of them that are in war front fighting COVID. I thank them, I appreciate them, I pray for them every day, because they are exposed to it. Each and every one of us is exposed to contracting COVID. There is nobody that is immune, including the young ones. A young one that has immunity can contact COVID and pass it to his parents who don't have immunity. So what are we talking about? The thing is real. The thing is happening every day. But the thing is that our people must develop that zeal of understanding that the hospital is for us. Go and look at yourself. Do the testing. If you have malaria, or you assume you have malaria, you have headache, you have catarrh, you have cough, go to hospital and do the test. You see, hiccups is an ordinary thing. That's what people think, that hiccups is an ordinary thing. But it's a serious symptom of COVID. Hiccup. Only that one alone, you start experiencing hiccup, run for your life, go and do your test. It's a serious symptom of COVID. And if you don't do it, you must die if you have underlying sickness. First of all, I told you I appreciate those of them who are at the war front. You know what it means? That you are receiving somebody who has a deadly virus that will likely kill him, and that if you don't take time, you will be affected. Somebody sacrificing his or her life, so many of them coming there to treat you, to handle you, console you, and tell you you are not going to die. It's not a death sentence. And you'll be looking at their faces. You know? So you need to appreciate them. More so, those same people, they have families. You know? So I doff my heart for them. I pray for them every morning. I pray, I commit them into the hands of Almighty. That is the much I can do. The rest is left for government to understand that these people are there to sacrifice their life to help us. They also have a life to live.
Okay, Chief, we still have this disbelief among Abians. Some are even saying that government is benefiting from COVID because of some financial benefits in their mind attached to COVID, and going about their daily activities without following the protocols.
I don't want to talk about propaganda, people's propaganda. This is a society where anybody gets up in the morning with the social media, begin to talk nonsense, begin to manufacture propagandas, anything they want to manufacture. That is their business. It's not my business. As a politician, I have learned to thicken my skin. You can go ahead and tell me anything. I have a conscience. I always live to my conscience. I don't know what government is doing, but I confronted the Commissioner for Information. I pleaded with him. I told him, look, whatever the government is doing, you still have to do more. We cannot be mounting public address systems on vehicles and run around communities educating people to come and vote for us. Whereas now that it is necessary for you to mount public address systems on vehicles, to go to communities, go to village markets, educate people on the need to be very careful about COVID. Nobody is doing that. I think that is the only area I need government to do something. It will not be too much for government to employ one vehicle in each local government. We just have 17 local government that wakes up in the morning and begin to announce to people, wake up people. You say, wake up. COVID is now community-based. People don't understand what is happening. People are getting sick every day. Nobody knows what is happening to them. But we can encourage them. Yes, they know they must wash their hands from time to time. But how come that people on Sunday morning, you go to church, you see 1,001 people, ages from 50 and above, they're there. What are you doing in the church? God answers your prayer anywhere you are. So many of these things are being contacted in the churches and meetings. So that's all I have to tell government. Yes, well done government, so far so good. But ọkụkọ egele ya fonolu egbe bịara vuru ọkụkọ nwatakịrị ọkụkọ nwarịrị ọkụkọ ya na-ebe egbe ajụọ ya na-ahapụ ngam dị ya sị na ya na-ebe ka ọ hapụ ya kama na ọkụkọ ụwa n'olu ya. Government should go to the communities and sound it loud and clear to our people in vernacular. COVID is real. It kills. Forget about propaganda, money or no money, embezzle money or no embezzle money. That is all I have. Like I said, when the information came that I was positive, I was afraid. I said, oh my God, I'm gone. But I've come to realize that it is not a death sentence. It's an ordinary illness that care must be taken to handle. give yourself up there for you to be treated. That is all it needs. There is no other thing that is required. It is not a death sentence. It's a normal thing. It's not gonorrhea. Why are you afraid? Why are you ashamed? It's not gonorrhea. It's not HIV. You know, some people talk about people avoiding you. What is my business? Is it not even good that people has refused to come visit me? Go and stay in your house. Don't visit me. It's a shame. What do you mean by stigmatization? I'm not carrying AIDS. I'm not carrying HIV. Even if I'm carrying HIV, all you need to do is to avoid me. Go your way. This is an ordinary virus that I contacted from somewhere I don't know. Why won't I tell you that I survived? I contacted it. I survived. You can also contact it and survive. Why should I close my mouth? If you want to avoid me, if you want to say, oh, if Logo is COVID, I won't go to his house, it's good for me. Because, do you know, when people come here, do you know how many bottles of drink they take from my house? At a point, I used to have about 20 cartons of beer here. Within 1 month, you won't find one bottle. Today, how many people are coming? Please, I'm telling them, don't come. Let nobody come. Stay in your own house and leave me alone. So if you're afraid you may contact COVID in my house, no. Stay in your house. Don't come and contact it in my house. So that is what I'm saying. But for some of us, I need to open my mouth and tell people. I need to advise people that you must take precautions. Sanitizer is very good, but unfortunately, I want to say it, that people are beginning to fake sanitizer. You know, people are beginning to fake them. I use bleach. If you go there, you'll see bleach. And I think bleach is more effective for you to clean your hand, clean the doors, handles of your doors, clean your railings, clean your chairs in your house if people visit you. Clean them with bleach. It destroys the virus. So we must take time to take precautions in everything we are doing in order to save.
Thank you very much, Chief, for your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.